listening to Influential Barbecue, the podcast where we talk to influencers in the barbecue industry to uncover how they've cultivated huge followings, unique income sources, and sponsorship possibilities from a love of cooking outdoors. If you want to turn your passion for food and fire into a world of opportunities, you're in the right place. And now your host, Jordan Moore.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Influential Barbecue. I know it's been a while. I got a lot of things on the go at the moment, so I'm giving myself grace around releasing consistent episodes, but I am hoping to get back to a regular schedule soon. It'll probably be in the fall. Surprise, surprise, barbecue people are still busy in the summer, as they were last episode. This episode is just going to be a solo episode, a nice quick one, and the topic today seems like a no-brainer, but I see lots of people not doing this, including myself, and it can really take its toll on you after a while. So, welcome back to another installment of Things You Already Know But Still Need to Hear, and that is this: celebrate your small wins. I'll say it again for the people way in the back. Celebrate your small wins. Did you nail a cook? Take an extra moment to really enjoy it. Were you finally able to get some content featured on a page that you've been targeting? Celebrate that. Did you make your first dollar with your new business? Celebrate the shit out of that, because that is huge. So why is celebrating a small victory important? Because it helps keep us motivated. These little victories are the fuel that we need to keep moving forward. Somewhere along the way, we've all kind of been told to just work towards our big goals, keep our head down, nose to the grindstone, and forge our path forward. And we've all got these big goals. You know, we want to go full-time with barbecue, quit my dumb day job, cook barbecue for LeBron James on July 4th, something crazy like that. But those goals might take a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years to accomplish. They're a very long game, and they take a lot of energy and focus to achieve. And if you're only looking ahead to that major goal, you're going to lose steam and motivation along the way. It's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do about that. It will seem like you're not accomplishing anything because the only goal you have is the big one at the end of your journey. So I think of it like this. Imagine you're driving coast to coast across the country, but you never look out the window to see what you're driving through. You're just focused on the pavement ahead until you reach your destination. That's going to be a pretty boring drive, and I'm fairly certain you're going to miss some pretty awesome moments along the way, like must-eat restaurants, amazing landmarks, some cool animals on the side of the road. Will you get to that destination? Sure. It won't be as fun, it won't be memorable, and you'll be even more exhausted when you arrive, but you'll get there, so mission accomplished, right? The reality is you're going to get so many firsts while you're working towards that final outcome that you have to celebrate those, because those are huge moments. If you don't accomplish those small firsts, you're never going to get to that big first. And I would also like to point out that your final outcome or your major goal is never the final outcome. That goal will be consistently changing, growing, or moving, and it will never stay the same as long as you are working towards it and learning new things. Every time you reach a smaller milestone, that goal changes a little bit based on what you've learned and what you know you need to do. The problem with only focusing on getting to the finish line is that you kind of lose sight of everything that you're working on and everything you've accomplished along the way. Think to yourself right now, just close your eyes. Well, not if you're driving. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. Or doing anything. If you're operating anything and listening to this, please focus on that. But think about the one major goal that you're working towards, and now look back at everything you've done to get you to where you are today. I can bet that you have accomplished some pretty cool things so far, and you wouldn't be where you are right now if you haven't had some small wins up until this point. So what is a small win? I mean, it's pretty simple. It's something you achieve that aligns with your ultimate goals to help you move forward. Think of it in the world of social media, which is our major world aside from barbecue here. It could be that you finally posted your first video where you're talking directly to the camera. That might seem small and insignificant, especially because all the creators you follow are doing it. So what's the big deal? Everyone else is doing it. I finally did it, so why would I be proud of that? But if it's something that you've really struggled to be comfortable with doing and you're finally able to face that fear and post that camera-facing content, that's absolutely something you should celebrate and be proud of. Now, when I say celebrate, I don't mean, post some forward-facing content and then pop a bottle of champagne and catch a red-eye flight to Paris for a week. I mean, if you've got the means to do that, don't let me stop you. But what I mean is taking the time to enjoy that small win, reflecting on how you were able to achieve it and how it will help you move forward, and just take a moment with it. There was a reason it is a win, because you were, I don't want to say losing at it before, but you weren't doing it before. You weren't achieving that small thing. And now you have. So you are one more step towards your ultimate goal. Is that first video of you talking to the camera going to catapult you to walking into your boss's office and quitting your day job to create content full time? Probably not. If that was your only barrier, then I think you were just delaying yourself. But what it will do is begin to give you the confidence to create even more content that showcases your personality. Then when more people start to see your personality coming through in your content, you start to make more connections and more friends and more content, and it snowballs from there, getting bigger and bigger. Each small win is a step in the direction of an even bigger small win. And I think it's important to realize that each time you have a small win, the next biggest win gets a little bit smaller because you're that much closer to it. The gap isn't as big. So in order to make that giant leap, that huge win, that massive end goal seem attainable, you have to celebrate these small wins so that you can see that you're getting closer and you're building the steps to this big one instead of having to try and leap over to this giant goal. Recognizing these smaller milestones helps you keep yourself in good spirits. They are the pit stops on that long cross-country road trip that I mentioned earlier. You can stretch your legs, have a look around, enjoy the surroundings, grab a coffee and a snack, and then continue on, typically feeling much better all around, more comfortable, less stressed, and just more relaxed moving forward. Another little thing to consider is the frame of mind that these small wins will keep you in. You can spend your whole weekend cooking a brisket, and at the end of it, you can either say, I really improved that cook from the last time I did this, and I got a little bit better at slicing the brisket this time. Or you can say, cook was good, but I'm still not doing it full time. Which one of those two options is going to motivate you to continue cooking and improving your skills? Which one of those is going to get you excited about the next cook? Obviously the first one, because you noticed an improvement, and humans inherently want to improve every time. So if you're recognizing your improvements, you're only going to improve on those. If all you're doing is saying that, yeah, I did okay, but I'm not at the end goal yet, then you're not going to want to keep doing it because you're going to feel like you're failing every single time. So you have to keep your big goals in mind, but really pay attention to the small wins that are helping you get to where you want to go. And celebrate all of your wins at least a little bit. Like I said, don't go throw a party or buy a Lamborghini with credit cards or something stupid like that. But just take a moment to appreciate that you've done this new thing, you did it well, and it helped propel you forward to where you want to go. That's what's most important, because it helps keep you positive, it helps keep you motivated, and it helps you move forward to where you want to go. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, this week is short and sweet, but I like the message, and I think it's incredibly important that we all do this. So remember, celebrate your wins, and hell, celebrate other people's small wins while you're at it, because we could all use a little more positivity in the world. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Influential Barbecue. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Hopefully I get some more episodes coming out more regularly, but we'll just see how that goes. I'm just riding the vibe here, as Matt Outback would say. If you have any questions, feedback, concerns, please shoot me an email at podcast@influentialbarbecue.com or send a DM to Influential Barbecue on Instagram. If you, your business, or your brand is looking to start a podcast, let me know. I recently started thepodcaptain.com in order to help businesses launch better podcasts so that they can help build better brand awareness and cultivate more brand loyalty and authority and gain some new customers through that podcast. I'm Jordan Moore. You can follow my barbecue adventures on Instagram at The Backyard Brisket. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Keep on grilling.